so scary.
Otherworldlyculture.com. Chickenwing.com.
I knew it.
You didn't know? No. This is pretty good.
An umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movies, 1981, The Howling, and the 2010 Secretariat, starring Dee Wallace, Diane Lane, Dennis Dugan, John Malkovich, Elizabeth Brooks, and Trolley Boy. Now two guys that are always packing silver bullets when invited to a colony, both a tasty beverage and ammunition. Tim Kretschmann, Jeff Miller.
Woo. Hey, are
What
we
happened to the
live?
music? Yes.
I hit the button early. I wanted to get going. We got a lot today.
Yep.
We got a lot. Hey, he's Jeff Miller.
Kentucky Derby. All right. Yes, and he's Tim Kretschmann.
And he's the
Yep, and he's the vamp.
All right. We now have established our identity.
He's dead sexy. Is that right?
I'm dead sexy.
Yeah.
He's the living legend.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yes.
Jeff actually
Yeah.
has won the Milwaukee Sports Media Personality of the Year award a
About
record
time.
5 times
About time.
by being confused by another broadcaster. So anyway, we want to thank Jeff for making a special appearance on today's show. Look at the hat.
You like it,
I
don't
want
you?
everybody to look at the hat. That is looking pretty sharp, and you have your Kentucky Derby. He goes all out.
Yep.
Now, what's the story behind this? Were you at the Kentucky Derby?
No, that's the place I want to go. But now I've been thinking about it more and more.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to Kentucky Derby. I think I want to go to the Belmont. I want to go to the last leg of the Triple
Where
Crown.
is the Belmont exactly?
That's in New York.
New York. Why would you want to go to New York?
It's upstate.
Ever.
It's upstate where Diane Lane was
okay.
born. And then Diane Lane was in the Secretariat. And then also, and the Preakness is in Baltimore. I don't want to go to Baltimore. But this is my Kentucky Derby Mint Julep Cup. So what's in there?
Mint.
Julep.
Okay. I was half right.
Yeah.
Secretariat, of course, is going to be our sports movie that I'm going to be reviewing.
Yes.
And then we have a very special Dog Lovers edition of tonight's show with The Howling, Joe Dante's masterpiece of horror. So we have that coming up. You did pretty good there. Let's check the chat room. See?
It's all you.
Yeah. Well, I get a little excited when it's time to go live. I'll admit that. But I guarantee you there is at least one other living soul. There we go. There we got one. All right, ring the bell, damn it. She didn't swear. Oh, I did. I said, damn it. Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
It's not my fault. All right. Is everybody ready for a great show?
I am, kind of.
Okay. Well, you came to this one instead. And
that's good. That's good. I like that. I'll ring it for that.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one. Did that just come to you?
It did, actually.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. So that's my version of having an episode. Just going.
Yes. I have an episode before. I think it must be nerves. So I have a little episode before each show.
You know what, though? I love how much you prepare for this show. I really do. No, I'm serious.
You have. I don't have anything.
Here's what he didn't do anything. He came in and he didn't like the way, I'm not even going to make this up. He didn't like the way he wrote down his trivia on that yellow pad that he keeps with him. Yeah. So he's like, I have to recopy this down. I'm sitting there, I'm like, are you kidding me? He doesn't want that penmanship to look at while doing the show.
You can tell them why,
that's
Tim.
the level.
You can tell them why.
Because I'm freaking awesome.
That's
the reason for most.
In case I drank too much, I wouldn't be able to read my own writing.
No, that is not the reason. I know he's playing me here.
Little rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
You used that last week.
I did. I know a lot of sports terms. I'm surprised you have a sports.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I know a lot of sports terms. You just don't appreciate me is the thing that happens.
I do. I appreciate it.
All right. Jeff Miller, sports fan, fanatic, going to tell us about a little movie that we like to call The Howling.
There are the pictures. I don't need to see the pictures.
There are other pictures.
I'm going to open up with this as I go along. So,
wait! Before I got something new. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Is
I gotta clear the deck a little bit here. Okay, that goes, and that goes. And
if somebody jumps out of that closet, I ain't going.
All right. No. There, you can reach
nice.
Jeff at otherworldlyculture.com.
Nice. Tim, do you have one too?
What?
Do you have one too?
Yeah, when it comes to mine.
Put it up there again. I want to try something. Right. Wait, I gotta. No, do it again. Put it up there. Put it up there.
What? What do you want?
One more time, please. Right. Oh, shit. Oh, ding. Ding. I can't. Why can't I go left to right or right to left? I don't know. All right, let's just go.
I think we have demonstrated what's going to be my new favorite part of the show.
Jeff's eye-hand coordination.
Yes, it'll be a test
like
for us
prom date
every
right
week.
There. Okay. Anyways, all right. So let's start out with this. This movie starts out for me. It starts out. I was watching this and I'm like, this is gritty. This is gonna be like I was getting ready to be really blown away, scared wise, and I really wasn't.
You weren't.
I wasn't.
Okay.
I gotta say, I'm right now. It's a meh for me. I was more still scared. The Conjuring has set the bar for me to being scared.
Okay.
This movie, and I'll give it credit. I mean, it's well put together, and I'll get into some of the stuff in the movie. But
sure.
But 12-year-old Jeff would have peed his pants watching this movie. But 43, 50, 43.
Well, hold on.
God,
hold
50.
on. I got to put some plastic on that seat.
Why? No. Oh, that doesn't do anything. See, this movie didn't do it. Didn't scare me. It didn't scare me. I didn't jump once. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's about how scared I got. Yeah. I liked it. Tim does a great job.
Was it fun?
Yes, it was fun. So I'm gonna get to that.
And see, I
gotta get to that.
I do think there's a value in a movie that isn't like scare your balls off, but still fun.
But it starts out that opening sequence with her going to the adult bookstore. That opening setup was scary as it gets. It was scary as far as because for me and people know this already because I mentioned it. Halloween scares me because it's something that could happen to anybody. So this whole setup where she's going along with it, that could happen to anybody. That was some scary stuff. That was some gritty. And I think the way it was shot and just, it looked dingy. And it was like, oh, man.
Very well done.
Yes.
Very well done.
Yes.
And it sets a kind of creepiness.
Yes, that's a good word, too. And creepiness, yep.
She keeps remembering back to that moment.
Yep.
And they have that music that goes, every time that happens, it is scary. That sequence.
It's scary. It's creepy. I think creepy more than anything. But yes,
creepy.
It does that. For me, and again, people have been watching this podcast and listening to it. I pick out a lot of little things in the movies. And there's a lot of things in there that I picked out that I'm like, oh. So, like, for example, when they're in the cabin of the sheriff or whatever, there's a can of wolf chili. Okay?
Right.
And above their bed, there's a flock of sheep with a wolf there. Yep. There was just like little things that I was picking up that entertained me.
Yeah, Joe Dante, who is the director of this film, is known for putting Easter eggs into his movies to really make it more enjoyable. A number of the characters in this movie are named after famous horror movie directors.
Okay.
Particularly people that directed werewolf movies. Because
makes sense.
By the time this movie came out, werewolves were nothing new at that point.
Well, who was the famous werewolf? Lon Chaney, right?
Jr. Lon Chaney Jr. played the first The Wolfman, and I think I want to say 41. We do have a very knowledgeable team in our chat room, so maybe they could help me.
Wait
Peggy.
to hear. Okay.
I think it was about 41 that was done with Universal, and he did his own makeup, unlike a lot of the other Universal stuff. So.
Yeah, I heard that. I remember that too. I took a class in school, art of the film. Did you take that, Muskego?
No.
You probably should have, but it was good. I mean, I would think you would have. But anyways, so back to this movie. So. There's like a lot of little Easter eggs. I guess that's what you call it.
Right.
There's some parts in there that I just couldn't. This whole colony thing, Tim. What was that? If I would have showed up at this colony, I'd have been like, I'm getting back in the car. I'm getting out of here.
No, they would have eaten you.
No, they wouldn't.
They would have eaten you totally.
No, I would have been gone.
Well, you do have a car. You do have one of the few cars that starts. Because
that too.
None
Yeah.
of them started at this
No,
point.
and that was
There
strange.
is some sort of strange aura around the colony where cars don't start.
But I kind of, when they got to the colony, I thought to myself, something screwed up here. It didn't seem right. I mean, like, they're playing the fiddle out there.
It's a colony, and there's a doctor, and these
But
are
I didn't
all
get that, though, because I'm
people
like-
that are screwed up.
But
because it's a psychologist that
Right.
runs the place,
So
so
he
you know
keeps-
it's going to be a little goofy.
So did he bring her there to turn her into a werewolf?
Absolutely.
That's pretty crappy. Why would you do that to someone?
Because you're hungry.
Well,
He was- he was-
But if they eat them, but if they just bite them, they turn into a werewolf. But he eats them.
Well, then they're just tasty. He was hangry. He was hangry.
Is human the other white meat?
Wolfman was 1941. I got
Yeah.
it right. And a boy,
What about
Timmy.
Wolfman Jack?
Wolfman.
That would have been cool if they would have had.
All right.
They-
I
you
used
know
to
what?
be able to do his voice.
You know what? That takes place in L.A. That would have been awesome if they would have had him on the radio when they were driving.
You know,
there's an Easter egg for you. There is a God blessed Easter egg for you. I should have wrote this movie.
Yeah, because you would have taken out the colony because it was too scary.
No, if I would have got Wolfman Jack, I'd have been okay with the colony. I should have been co-writer. But don't you agree? Wouldn't that have been? Don't you agree? Wouldn't that have been cool to have Wolfman Jack on there? As an Easter egg.
do think that was a missed opportunity.
Yes.
Did you notice that what book?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I did notice that. It was written by a guy, last name Wolf.
Yeah, Thomas Wolfe.
Yep.
You
TW.
can never go home again, and that was right after the Stone.
Yeah.
Whatever his character
Oh,
name
yeah.
is.
Let me get you the
When-
ID and be why.
Yeah, please.
Christopher Stone, played by Bill McNeil. No, the other way
No,
around.
the other way around.
Bill-
yeah,
Bill Neal.
Bill Neal, when he gets bit and he's a werewolf, then he reads "You Can Never Go Home."
Right,
again.
because you
And-
could never do that.
And by Thomas Wolfe, who is one of my favorite authors, by the way.
Okay.
Wrote
So
Bonfire to Vanities and The Right Stuff.
I saw both those movies.
Yeah, well, there were books.
I don't get into that.
Books? Oh, wait, let me explain this for you. Books are these pieces of...
Shut up. Yeah.
We have an author in our chat room right now.
Who's that?
Act like you know...
Trogdors?
Peggy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Who's Peggy? Anyways, P Monkey. Anyways,
P-Monkey,
So what people might not know, which I found out, that Dee Wallace, who plays Karen White, the main character, the news anchor.
Yes.
She's actually was married to Christopher Stone.
I think they met on this movie. I don't
Well-
know that for certain.
well,
but
whatever.
They were definitely going at it.
Right.
during
So
this
those
period.
scenes where she turned him away in bed were spot on.
Well, then they would have been married by that time.
Yeah, spot on. There was that one scene. So,
Yes,
anyways,
yes.
the makeup was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was done well. Here's another thing that some of these things, Tim.
The makeup was done by Rob Bottin, who is
Okay.
possibly the second most famous modern makeup man.
Okay.
He did the makeup in The Thing, which you will be enjoying next season.
Is that the one with Adrian Barbeau?
No,
Oh, that's Swamp Thing.
That's Swamp Thing.
Am I going to get that one too?
You are going to get The Thing
Okay.
next season for Shosky. In fact, that might be the season finale for next
Is
season.
this
I
thing
like
the same
that
thing
movie.
as the Thing? Wasn't that what that guy was painting in the mist? Or was that on the wall? That was on the wall.
Yes,
Yep.
you got
Look
that.
at that.
Yes, that's correct.
Pay attention.
Good job. Good job.
What?
Give yourself
A ring?
a ring. All right.
So back to this movie. So there's controversy on who actually bit Chris Stone, or I should call him by his name in the movie, Bill Neal, the husband, because he's like talking to one of the dudes, and as he's walking away, there's controversy on if I know what her name is. Don't say it. If Marsha Elizabeth Brooks, or if her or if her brother bit him. I think the brother bit him.
No.
You think she bit him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm not going to say where because I'm a gentleman.
In the shoulder. She bit him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah, she was pretty ticked off about that naked scene. Did you know that?
Yes. Yeah. She claims that it was. She knew she was going to be naked, but she was expecting that it was going to be obscured a little bit. And
by the smoke of the bonfire.
If you look at that scene, there is no... you see her dead eye.
Yep, they lied to her.
Yeah,
they lied to her.
Yeah, they totally lied.
You know that she actually passed away a short time after that.
Not she does not have a long IMDb page.
No, only like 2 other movies.
Yeah, and
one with Christy McNichol.
I think she showed some promise in here because she did get naked right away.
They wanted her for this spot for this. Yes, Tim. Yes. they wanted her for this role. She is pretty much her role not to get.
Okay, and
let
me put it this way.
I'll tell you,
she talks like I think she's got something like 20 lines or something.
I know how many words. Exactly how many.
Okay,
63.
You are a psychopath.
I'm sorry, but I had to count it. When she was 1 second, when she wasn't talking, I'm like, this is gonna be one of those where I bet you I can count all the words. 63. Yeah.
But she is so intimidating in every scene she's in, and she steals every scene she's in.
She does.
Absolutely. And we're with good actors throughout this. I think that's one of the things I wanted you to notice. They could have done this for like $30 and a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
And they got really good actors, both that have been around a long time, like Patrick McNee and John Carradine, but also up-and-comers. There were a lot of them in this film, including Dennis Dugan. Now, Dennis Dugan?
He looked really familiar to me in there.
Yeah.
But I couldn't place where else he was at. I couldn't do it. That's all.
Click on his name over there, and you're going to see something. Not there. There. Jesus, God. Unreal. Okay. Now, he does look
He looks like Steve Martin.
No, he's not Steve Martin.
He looks like him.
Look down. Scroll down a little bit. And what you're going to notice...
Oh, my God.
Okay,
Happy Gilmore's
keep scrolling
Big
down.
Daddy.
Scroll down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. See how it says actor, 65 credits?
Wow.
Click on director. Right? Oh, Jesus Christ. Roll up. This is so sad. See the word director. Yeah. Click on director.
Isn't this great?
39 credits.
Wow.
He has directed a ton of movies, including a number with Adam Sandler. And when you do anything with Adam Sandler, you end up, if he likes you,
you're good for life.
Yeah, you're going to keep getting work.
Look at all the same people in all of his movies.
Yeah, yeah. And I forget which ones he did, but he did quite a few.
Jack and Jill.
Yeah. Well, that's acting now. That's
right.
Because he does have that everyman look.
He does.
That you need for comedy a lot of
He reminds me of myself.
You have an everyman look.
I do. Anyways. Oh, I lost it. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
That happens.
All right.
When you click the close box.
So anyways, back to this.
Who's keeping track of how many times I make fun of Jeff working on the computer?
So back to the movie. Now I've got. Okay, so
Did you notice the score?
Can I give it away?
Did you notice the score?
I did. I listened to it. I couldn't make out that scream that you wanted me to.
That wasn't in this one.
Okay. No. The score, you mean the music in there? Yeah, I heard it. I mean,
I thought it was a very traditional type of score.
Yeah.
And that's why you probably didn't notice it. It's very like any horror movie. Dun, dun, dun!
Yeah.
It does that, but there's one scene when they do the wolf hunt.
Yes.
It becomes like carnival music.
Yes.
There's even like an organ.
Yes,
playing.
You're right. It was.
It's so bizarre. That's why I brought this up, is because of that.
So they go on a wolf hunt, and he shoots a rabbit.
Right.
That was a huge rabbit.
Oh, that was a good-sized rabbit.
So I've got...
It's a nice fish.
I've got the... Okay, so can I tell about... I can't give anything away, really.
It was made in 1981.
Well, I know, but I don't know how you feel about that. I mean...
I plug your ears if you haven't seen this.
No, I just made it an observation about...
Okay, well, give me the observation. I already
told
him.
Pissed at me.
I already told him that one of the characters gets bit, so I think we're okay.
Well, mine's about the very end.
Okay, go ahead.
So, did you notice that the news anchor who turns into a werewolf, she doesn't look scary at all. She looks like a little dog.
That actually, I did some checking on that because
Okay.
I'm like, whose frickin' idea was
I mean,
this?
she looks not scary
It was her idea. She wanted to look.
Are you serious?
She wanted to look feminine. Feminine.
Whatever.
I'm a dude. I can't say the word.
I'm
But
a dude. Feminine. Wait, I need some more
we
big
can
julep.
debate that.
Hey, does somebody want?
What? What? Huh? What? Oh,
Go ahead.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, she wanted to look
Feminine.
she wanted to look cute, basically. And I think they nailed that, but I think we have a female Wookiee at the end of the film.
I think Chris.
I think a lot of people. I'm a fan of this movie. I think a lot of people question that decision.
I just
Okay, we're getting from Peggy that she always thought she looked like a Pomeranian.
Yes, thank you, Peggy. That's what I thought.
Pomeranians.
I couldn't think of it. That's what I thought. Yep, absolutely.
Pomeranians wear red wool vests.
And
this is known.
And this movie poster.
That's for you, Mom.
That movie poster is awful.
The movie what's wrong with the movie poster? For
it doesn't depict anything that happened in the movie.
So it has to depict something that happened in the movie.
Something.
Okay, I'll remind you of that when we get to Secretariat.
Okay. Anyways, I gotta give the best thing that you'll ever. This is good for anybody.
Do it, baby. Do it.
So you have to use these silver bullets.
Yes.
In order to shoot these werewolves, right?
So they got a Coors.
Nope.
Okay.
So, what's the guy's name? Dugan, right? Dugan goes back to the place to get these bullets.
Yeah.
There's 40 bullets in that case, right?
Yeah.
Do you know where I'm going with this yet?
You probably figured out how much this should have cost.
Yes, I did.
Now, did you get 80s cost?
I did. 1981, actually.
You freak. All right.
So, 30-06 bullets are somewhere between, they weigh 28.34 grams. There's 28.34 grams per ounce, okay? And
everybody knows that.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. So there's 28.34 grams per ounce, okay? Those bullets range between 7.1 grams and 14.3 grams per bullet. So I went on the high end. I went on that. He had those big elephant killing bullets, those 14.3 grams.
There were no elephants hurt in the making of this.
So you take that times 40, okay?
Yeah.
So now you come up with 572 grams. You divide that by 28.34 grams.
Okay.
You get 20.18 ounces. The average price of...
Hold on. Don't. Okay. Because I know my brother is doing the math in his head.
All right.
Okay, give him a little time.
Of course.
Okay, now go ahead.
I did this in my head, too.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
There's all my work. All right. The average price of silver in 1981 was $10.49.
1971?
1981.
Okay, I was about to say
$10.49 an ounce.
Okay.
That's the average.
Okay.
So those bullets should have cost, are we waiting for them or should I just say
Do it.
$211.68.
But back then, that was worth a lot more.
It was, but I'm just letting you know. If you guys want to know how much it was worth, that's what it was worth. If I had a microphone right now, I'd do a mic drop.
I think he threw down like $30.
No, he had a wad. I went back to check it out because I wanted to see if I could make out what the currency was. And he had a wad of money. I don't know if those
it was euros.
He has euros.
That's
so there you go.
Euros at that time.
So this werewolf in London. No, this is The Howling.
I heard he also sold that beautiful cassette recorder that he had
with the blood on it.
Wasn't that a great cassette recorder, though? I had one very similar to that.
Yeah.
I love that cassette recorder.
But The Howling, good movie. It's a good movie. It's just not a great movie.
It's not for you.
It's okay. If you're 12 years old, go at it. Otherwise, but it's R, though. Oh. So...
What are you doing? You want these 12-year-olds to watch...
No.
Elizabeth Brooks take off all her clothes.
Two werewolves.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Whoops.
Jeff Miller.
Get the permission from your parents first. Okay? Get your permission from your parents first. I forgot it was R. That's how boring it was.
Oh, give me a break.
All right.
Anyways. I'm going to tell you some cool stuff that you didn't notice.
Okay, cool. Okay? That's what I enjoy.
What we're here for. First of all, the director of this, Joe Dante.
Wait. Can I do my sports thing? Horror to sports?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Hold on, I got to find the button.
Before you do your thing.
Yeah.
All right, because I don't get many of these.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the... Oh, yeah.
I got it.
No,
Okay.
no, I got this.
Get
Did it go
ready.
across yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm ready.
Get ready to
Yep,
go.
I'm ready.
Go.
Oh, so these are the sports movie horror connections.
Okay.
So the morgue attendant, which is uncredited, but only because of my keen eye,
Oh, God.
I noticed that it was John Skiles, who also played Ringlander in 8 Men Out. He was a reporter in 8 Men Out.
Wow.
Yes, that was pretty quick. And then the other one was Robert Picardo.
Yes.
He actually, this is a stretch, but I'm going to go with it. He plays Giorgio, Adrienne Barbeau's love interest in Back to School, a movie about college diving, and Rodney Dangerfield.
I'll give it to you.
All right.
Now
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Since you brought up Robert Picardo, he has been in, I think maybe not all, but most of the movies Joe Dante directed. Joe Dante has also contributed to Burbs. Yeah. He made one of my favorite sci-fi films of the 80s called Inner Space. Yeah. I love that movie.
Is it Dennis Quaid?
Yes, it is.
Meg Ryan.
He also did Gremlins and Gremlins 2, which I'm one of the rare people that loves Gremlins 2 more than Gremlins. But I never saw Robert Picardo is fantastic in... I'm not sure where he is in Gremlins. I don't know that he's in Gremlins. But he's fantastic in frickin' Gremlins 2. He steals the movie. Along with the guy that played Lex Luthor later on. John Glover. John Glover steals that movie too.
Okay.
Dick Miller is the guy that's at the used bookstore that he buys the thing from. Now, did you see him and go, who is that guy?
Yes, I did.
That is the same guy that I have an autographed picture of in my basement.
Yes, okay. I mean, I think you showed it to me. Now I know who it is.
Yeah, all right. That's him. One of the patrons in the bookstore was a older man with a mustache. Yep. Mm-hmm. His name is Forrest J. Ackerman. He is the guy that wrote Famous Monsters of Hollywoodland, which was basically the fan magazine for horror movies back in the day. That was before Fangoria became a thing. He wrote that magazine. And he is the foremost, at that time, he had more horror movie memorabilia than anybody. I think he had the King Kong armature, the original. Okay. So he was a huge super fan before there were super fans of movies. Peter Bogdanovich is one of the patrons of the sex shop at the beginning of the movie. And
that was some scary stuff.
Peter Bogdanovich is a very well-renowned director, but he came from the whole Roger Corman bunch of directors. Roger Corman is the notoriously cheap producer of many films, but he also directed things like Little Shop of Horrors. And you can see Roger Corman. He is the guy that is waiting outside the pay phone.
Yes.
When she's taking the call.
Yep. Yeah.
And he comes in and immediately looks for money and the change. That was an in-joke because he's so cheap. They're like, of course he would do that. John Carradine, who was the real old guy that acted crazy in The Colony, he has played Dracula. He's played virtually every type of Universal monster movie. His son, David Carradine, was in Kung Fu. So that's how you would know him. And I thought that was going to be your sports movie connection. I was like, he's going to use John to,
But wasn't one of the Carradines in Revenge of the Nerds?
Yes. Robert?
Okay.
Somebody check me on that one. Robert, I think, was his name. But there are a couple Carradines running around. Dennis Dugan we already talked about, and Roger Corman, so that covers most of my stuff. One thing I wanted to point out about the score, which I thought was pretty traditional, I think they did a really cool thing.
What's that?
When the dame that gets bitch slapped. I forget what her name is. But when that reporter, the other reporter,
yes,
when she goes to Eddie Quist's cabin.
Yeah, oh.
They stop all music. Mm-hmm. All the music is gone. That is so effective because you're like, something's gonna happen. Something's going on. It's the lack of music that makes you uncomfortable.
It does because you don't. Because with music, like you said, when you hear certain music, you're like, okay, there's something around the corner. There's something here. But when you don't hear music, you have no idea what's happening. Before we jump into whatever we're gonna jump into here,
I do want one more Joe Dante thing.
There you go.
The director. What?
Yes.
Robert Carradine. I was right. Yes. Thank you, Peggy.
I want to say something to Peggy too before we get done.
Okay. But I. Okay. But I.
It has to be addressed.
Go ahead.
Peggy, I saw what you put down about the poster is actually awesome. It would be awesome if the movie was that scary. That's all I have to say. I mean, that's the reason why. But go ahead, Tim.
I love that poster.
It's a good poster if the movie was that scary. But go ahead.
Joe Dante, I forgot to mention one of his best horror movies was his first. He made a movie called Piranha.
Oh, yeah.
And that also starred Dick Miller from the library. He played the basically the mayor of the town type position, but I think he was like the head of the resort in that one. But he was the guy that wanted to keep the beaches open for Piranha. And he's great in that movie, but I think Dick Miller is actually best in this film.
The second female reporter, she was also in Piranha.
Yeah, there were a lot of people in the movie Piranha because that one has a body count and a half.
I saw Piranha 3D, Double D. Which one was it? One of the two.
Double D was the second movie, and then it was just Piranha 3D.
Oh, I saw them both then.
Yeah, they're very. I enjoy them for what they are. Yeah, you can't go into them and go, oh, this is gonna scare the hell out of me. No,
it was
scared to piss.
That was scary.
Oh,
let's go.
Come on.
Piranha was? Are you kidding me? That happened in a freshwater lake. That could happen anywhere. Go ahead.
All right. You know what? Wait a minute. What's the time frame? We can't go to my movie yet.
Wait, why?
You know why?
What do you mean?
We can't go to my movie.
There's no way we're at halfway point.
We are at the halfway point, buddy, which means we are now going into overtime.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
That time
and now it just stopped. Okay, let's not do that. Oh my goodness!
It's 2 weeks in a row, Tim.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened.
I have to put something out on ZipRecruiter.
Hey, oh yeah, that's what you think, huh? All right, you know what it is? I tried hitting too many things at once.
How's that?
That's pretty good. Hey, hey, buddy, look at the screen once.
Hey. Yep.
We got some new stuff that's supposed to be happening right now, and it's not happening.
Well,
oh, I know what's going on. I know what just happened.
Good thing it's inning 7 and not inning 1.
Okay. Now I know what I did wrong.
What?
I finally know what I did wrong. Okay, we're going to try this again.
Twice.
Okay, are we over into the correct scene? Now I press this button. Now look at the screen. There we go. Email the show.
I like that. Yeah, there you go.
I have this music conducted because Jeff whistles this as he comes to the door every week.
I do.
It's amazing. But you know what, buddy?
What?
I gotta tell you. You know what people ask me about more than anything else?
What, Tim?
They ask me about merch. They say, Tim, it's almost like you don't want to tell people about your merch. And I know, well, we try. But then you've heard all about this fancy new Air Jordan, available now at Herman's. Well, that's not the only thing at Herman's.
Let's make some merch money.
The fabulous new Air Jordan shoes can improve your performance on the basketball court. But when you're not on the basketball court, how do you improve your performance everywhere else? That's right, with Dead on the Bases merch. We can beat that $64.99 for only 3 simple payments of $21.66. You can get this fabulous shirt. Get your Dead on the Bases merch right now, and you can
open it up Muskego style.
Woo! There you go. Tim,
that's right, baby.
Never had me do math. But that's very, very good. Again, we got to get the word out.
You get the merch, and we're going to have that available at Horror Realm.
Realm.
You know what you can also find at Horror Realm, I hear? A good friend of ours, Peggy Christie, the author, is going to be there.
Who's that?
That's what we're hoping. She's in the chat.
Oh, that's the one I talked to? All
yes.
Right.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, put it together.
Hey,
there
Peg.
we go. And so she'll be out there, I believe, and we're going to be having a great time with our merch. What?
I can't, but I can. So what do you call a female pirate with one leg? Peggy?
Oh my God.
Peggy, I'm sorry, I had to.
Okay.
I had to do it.
Well, it's really unnecessary. Hey, you know what else I developed for you, buddy?
What?
I developed this for you. There you go.
I like that.
There's our clock to the horror realm.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. I didn't see that. I just saw the horror realm part of it.
You didn't see that. We
That
have
kicks
182 days.
How'd you do
and
that?
1.5 hours there. What do you mean?
That's awesome.
I'm magic.
That
buddy.
kicks ass and takes
I
names.
am magic.
That's awesome. Tim, that's pretty cool.
We've been working on some things.
You have been. I haven't done anything.
Yeah, but you fill out your nice yellow sheets of paper very well.
Peggy, I have a free T-shirt for you when I see you at
wow,
free
just
one.
Giving away stuff.
Well, because I made that bad joke. That was bad.
You've done a lot of bad jokes, and
yeah, but I directed it specifically at a person.
Okay,
so let's go.
All right, let's talk about Secretariat.
An awesome movie.
Look at this terrible poster. That scene does not happen with that stuff in the background.
Wow.
There are no people in the crowd. So that is a terrible poster. Am I right?
No. That's a great poster. Her love between her and the horse.
I think, you know what else doesn't show up?
Love.
That doesn't show up in Secretariat
No.
either, but it probably would have improved the movie.
What?
I was expecting a scene
What?
where a gopher comes across and then the horse steps in the gopher hole and breaks its leg. I think that would have been a great
that'd have been
scene.
awful. Tim, that didn't seem like a comedy. Put on my Disney, for God's sake. Oh my God, this is a great movie.
Okay, first of all,
oh wait, you're doing the review. I'm sorry.
There was not a single murder in the movie. How the hell can you call it a great movie?
What?
This is unreal to me.
You know what I think
now,
about?
Let me tell you where I come from on Secretariat.
Muskego?
Are you ready? Open it up, Muskego style. All right. Now, I will say, Secretariat, don't watch this without a Kleenex nearby. Not because you're going to be jerking off. That was the last movie. This is one that you're going to need the Kleenex because
Peggy,
it's a heart tugger. You might cry. Now, part of it is that you're going to cry thinking, oh my God, they took Steve Guttenberg and they shrunk him down to the size of a jockey to be in this movie. But that isn't really Steve Guttenberg. It's just a very short person.
Yes.
Okay. So that's part of what I thought. Now, let me tell you, I go into this, and, you know, I'm an expert in most sports. We've established that. Horse racing, I didn't know quite as much about. So I decided to do a little research. I did a little research. So I went to a big, giant horse track, and the first thing I was surprised by, there were no horses. There were none at all, but there were a lot of TV screens. And there was a lot of like drunk and drug-addled people sitting around. And I know the place was owned by like a rich, crazy person that had the initials OTB because it was all over everything.
OTB.
OTB.
On the border?
No. Are you really not getting this?
I know what OTB is.
Okay, good. All right, I do know a few things about horse racing.
You know what on the border is?
You might.
There's a different kind of animal there.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
there we go.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
Okay.
OTB, go ahead.
OTB, yeah. Well, I do know a few things about horse racing. Here's some facts I dug up for you, the listening audience. Horses are bigger than greyhounds. This is a fact. If I let you know about that.
Shoot, wait, let me cross that off my list.
Yeah, there's one of your trivia. You might want to cross it out. You can gamble on races in every state where gambling is present.
Oh.
Yep. They put these tiny midgets on the back of the horses, and they call them jockeys, and they wear underwear. That's another thing.
That's a good
The
one.
racetracks were all converted from railroad tracks so that they could put the little rabbit on there to go around for them all to chase.
I thought it was a carrot, but all right.
No, it's a little rabbit. And then because...
Whatever. What the hell are you talking about?
Rabbit. And the first one to catch the rabbit, that's considered a touchdown. At the Kentucky Derby, now take a look at Jeff now. At the Kentucky Derby, people wear decorative hats. They drink mint juleps.
Yep.
They also are required to smoke cigars.
Oh.
Which is why they hold the entire event outdoors, so that they no longer have these races in arenas right after the Istronauts. So that's another thing that you needed to know. Sophisticated racegoers actually wear suits, ties, and dead on the bases merch.
Oh.
There we go. They also, a good idea is when you get a horse, check the horse's teeth for signs of tooth decay. It's well known that racing horses drink a lot of carbonated soda, and they like Pop Rocks. I learned that.
Where are you getting this from?
When you bet on a horse to show, you're betting that it will soon be hosting a program on HGTV regarding home repair. And the odds are usually pretty good on that one.
That's inside. I don't know.
Yeah. When the little mechanical rabbit comes out, the race begins. The horses all spin around in circles until one crosses the finish line. The first one to cross the finish line is the winner. These are things that I know about horse racing.
Now, you got that from going to the track? Or did you get that from the movie?
I learned that. I went to Arlington. I think you've gone to Arlington.
I've been there. Yeah.
And I forgot to bet on anything when I went.
You did not.
I hated one portion of this movie. Overall, I love this movie, okay?
Yes.
I'm not going to be a dick. It's a good movie. You should all go out and see it. But they played Old Kentucky Home. Oh. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Old Kentucky Home. And
tell me about Old Kentucky Home.
I helped out at a beauty pageant in Kentucky right down the street from the Jack Daniels plant.
Really? Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
But all the girls were from out of town, so they visited the Jack Daniels plant. So coming to the pageant, they were a little tardy. And all their parents and friends had gotten to the pageant hall, and these girls were not feeling a lot of pain and making their way to the pageant.
They were the actual contestants?
I was taking care of music and that sort of stuff, running the soundboard. And I only had 2 songs. One of them was Old Kentucky Home. And we kept playing it until these girls showed up.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
48 minutes of Old Kentucky Home.
Wow.
So I hear that, and it's like I get PTSD or something. It's bad. Now, by the way, I did want to ask you, your little doggy.
Yeah.
Your little doggy is named Tango.
Yep.
Is that name approved by the Jockeys Club?
I don't know.
Because that was a big part of this. They wanted to name the horse Red, and they said, no, that name actually makes sense. You need to come up with something stupid that the Jockey Club would. Yeah. That was my reading of the story.
Oh, yeah.
So they came up with Secretariat, which I still don't know why, except for it was the secretary that put in the name. But then why wouldn't you call it Secretary?
Don't know.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Also, I didn't appreciate that they used non-practical effects in here. That
Like,
so much of it was animated with the computer.
Wait, what?
It was very annoying.
What are you talking about? That's not true at all.
No, the horse was completely an animated
There was
character,
35 horses that worked on this film.
Yeah, so the animators had something to draw. We understand how this was put together, and it just doesn't look very
5 different
realistic.
horses played Secretariat in this movie. I'm just letting them know. I want them to know.
They were using the GCI, I think you call it.
No, it's IGF. CGIF.
TGIF.
No, CGIF.
They were using the TGIF on this
that's
thing.
a restaurant.
Okay. I thought, okay, I'll mention this. This actually interested me, was their choice to show the Preakness on a television screen, showing kind of the family
Wasn't that cool?
watching. I don't know how I feel about that.
I liked it.
because
I liked that. I did.
You felt like you were more in the race when they were at the track.
Right, but that was actual real footage, so that's why that was so cool.
Okay, that was real footage.
Yeah, that was real footage from the actual race.
Then I get it. Then I
cool.
get it. Yeah. I really like this movie. It's a heartbreaker. So there's a couple of times you're going to be reaching for the Kleenex.
Yes.
The other issue, and this is going to be true, and I don't want you to take this as a criticism.
No,
it's just part of telling this story. This is a story that Secretariat isn't going to screw up. Okay? In fact, the most surprising part is that Secretariat actually did lose a few races. I didn't know that. I knew that this was like the super horse.
Uh-huh.
So anytime that Secretariat didn't win, I was like, huh? When it won, I went, oh, yeah, I know. It's just like a freaking super horse. So all this horse didn't do was don a cape and fly off into the distance. That's the only thing Secretariat did not do in this film, and it's probably because they ran out of budget with all the other CGI that they did.
The cool thing about Secretariat, is in that Kentucky Derby, Secretariat was actually still accelerating at the finish line. So the horse wasn't getting slower. The horse was actually getting faster. And Secretariat's numbers, Secretariat still holds the track record at Churchill Downs.
That I heard.
Yep.
Now, did he race anymore after?
Nope. After that season,
they put him down, huh?
No, they didn't. They put him out to something all guys want to do.
He was doing a doggy style for quite a while. Was it, 1,600 horses or something?
No, 582 offspring. He had 582 offspring.
Man.
42 of them were
He didn't even get a stimulus check for that. Okay.
Yeah, he got a stimulus. He got some sort of stimulus.
Yeah. All right, time for the horror movie connections.
Okay. All right.
You're okay with it?
Yeah, do that because then I can tell a few facts about Secretariat.
All right. Diane Lane.
Oh man.
Do you think there was any horror movies Diane Lane was in?
She was on 1600 Murders. No, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, 16 Murder on 1600. So if you want to call that's more of a thriller. But go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
That she wasn't in one, which was shocking to me because when you get a long resume, that's why I do the horror movies.
And she has a long one.
There's a lot of horror movies that people get started in. John Malkovich.
Yep.
He didn't make his horror movies until he was already a major star. He did Shadow of the Vampire. That was the Nosferatu movie. You didn't see this. Also, he was basically Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Mary Riley. So that was John Malkovich. Dylan Walsh. Now, you might know Dylan Walsh as the husband of Diane Lane in this movie. Mm-hmm. But he was the stepfather in the Stepfather movies. He was the star of those reboots after Terry O'Quinn stopped making them. He was in a movie called American Fright Fest. And he was in both of the reboots of Twilight Zone and Outer Limits. But did you know he was also in a sports movie?
I did not.
He was in Deadly Little Secrets, which turns out to be a football movie. I didn't know that football had Deadly Little Secrets because if they're going to say, well, it's all the drug usage, that is not a secret. There are about 10,000 movies.
That's North Dallas 40.
Yeah. Okay, now,
yes.
Fred Thompson, who you know was a Republican senator or a representative. I can't remember if it was
I
the
think
House or the
I think he was
Senate.
a senator.
I think he was the Senate.
Yep.
He always plays an authority figure, and this is no different. He is. I know him best from Die Hard 2. So if you're thinking of a flight controller in Die Hard 2, that's the dude. Fred Thompson was the sheriff in the movie Sinister. That's your horror movie connection. But we have a sports connection or two to Fred Thompson on this show. Because he was in Days of Thunder and Necessary Roughness, which we have done both of those on this show.
We have. Wow, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
Amazing.
I forgot that we did Necessary Roughness. We did.
It was this season with Keanu Reeves, right?
No, that's the Replacements. Necessary.
Yeah, same movie.
No, Necessary Roughness is with Sinbad and Steve Bakula. Bakula like Dracula.
I wonder if I had you going.
You thought that you.
Oh.
Do you think did Scott Bakula ever play Dracula?
No, not yet. But he always says, "You say my last name like Dracula."
I didn't know that until just now.
Yeah, I read that in a TV guide because I was a huge Quantum Leap fan at the beginning.
Oh, wait a second. He was in Quantum Leap? He was.
That's what he's best known for.
Wasn't he in?
Other than he's in one of the Star Treks.
No, what's the one with the with BA and that and Face and
A-Team?
Yeah, was he in the A-Team?
No.
Okay.
Never. All right.
What about James Cromwell?
All right, he's on the list. He is in Salem's Lot. He played like a priest of the remake of Salem's Lot, which was not as good as the original, and then don't get me started. Nelson Ellis. That was Eddie, the African-American trainer. Mm-hmm. He had a big role in True Blood. He was on that show for years, which is a vampire show on HBO that you never watched. Carissa Capobianco, the daughter, she was in the TV series The Following, which I really liked about cults, and Kevin Bacon's in there. Dance of the Dead in 2008, she also made. But my favorite connection is Scott Glenn, who plays the father of Diane Lane. Okay. First of all, I love this guy because he was in The Right Stuff, and he plays Carpenter in there. And he's my favorite movie with him in is Silverado, and he is just so kick-ass in that movie. Right. It's not even funny. But he also probably is best known for being in Silence of the Lambs as Clarice's boss. In the FBI.
That was a tough show to watch. I had a hard time watching that movie.
Oh, good. We'll assign it to you again.
No way, man. That's.
By the way, you're being corrected that you're thinking of Dirk Benedict for the A-Team.
Well, thank you. Thank you for people out there. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so lots of good stuff going on. Oh, hey. I just got a note that somebody tried breaking into our chat room because there's so many people in there that they want to reach.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding.
What do you mean? I don't know why. What do you mean they tried breaking in?
Somebody tried breaking in and putting naughty things into our chat room.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad
we would have appreciated.
We would have appreciated that.
Yeah.
So
we're not that way.
A couple quick things about the Super Horse Secretariat.
The Super Horse.
So I already mentioned that they took 35 horses to make this film. 5 of them were actually for
but they're
Secretariat.
all animated.
Exactly. Trolley Boy is the main horse that you see in the promotions and all that. He looked the most like Secretariat. He won a contest.
Okay.
So anyways, at ESPN put together the top 100 athletes of the 20th century. And you heard me mention this last week, but I had to actually get the information.
You do like to repeat yourself.
Secretariat was what number out of 100? 100 being
6.
the worst.
6.
No, 35.
35.
One back of the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. How's that for you?
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Nobody even mentions Man o' War anymore.
Nah, he's
old news.
Old news. Man o' War. So mint juleps are the signature drink of the Kentucky Derby. Yeah. It's bourbon.
How is it, by the way?
It's good.
You like it?
Yeah, I like all alcohol.
Yeah,
mint julep is made up of bourbon, sugar water, and mint. The drink of the Preakness is called Black-Eyed Susan, vodka, bourbon, orange juice, and sweet sour mix. And the drink of the Belmont Steaks is the Belmont Jewel. It's bourbon, lemonade, and pomegranate juice. So basically, if you have bourbon, you can make yourself a triple crown.
Well, isn't that all made in Kentucky there?
Yeah.
The bourbon? Yeah.
Yeah, but these races are in different states.
They just they strap it to the back of these horses and they march them.
Oh, that's another thing. The jockeys for the Kentucky Derby, they have to be 126 pounds. So if they're
just like me.
So if they're not 126 pounds, they actually put weights in the saddlebag to make 126 pounds for the horse to carry.
They would probably need to do that with me.
They would.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty.
They might have to fill the saddle with helium or something. Get a little weight off of it.
You know what it's time for?
It's time for me to kick some.
Here it comes. It's trivia time, everybody.
Am I going first?
Those of you that are in the chat room, this is the part of the show you can play along with, but neither of us are allowed to look at the chat room. So I'm going to move away from the chat room. Notice I changed the screen over on my side. And what we do is we read out 3 answers, three statements. One of them is not true, and the other person has to say which is not true. And I think I went first last week, so I think, Jeff, you're going first. Give me your trivia, baby. Hold on, I first want to check something.
Oops.
Okay, yeah, I got that all ready to go. All right.
You got mine ready to go, too?
Yes, I do, right there. So, okay.
All right. All right, so Secretariat's heart.
Yes. Grew 3 sizes that day.
Well, pretty close. Okay. His heart, after the autopsy and then after they opened him up, was the largest ever. It was actually double the size of a normal horse. It weighed between 21 and 22 pounds.
Okay.
19-year-old Diane Lane, who grew up on a horse farm in upstate New York, was the first alternate of the 1984 Summer Olympic team for Square
dancing?
No, come on. Esquarian. I practiced this word before I got in here. You know what I'm talking about with the horses. It's Esquarian. Equarian.
Equestrian?
Equestrian. There you go, equestrian. So she was the first runner-up of the 1984.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. And Diane Lane had a name for the wig. Now, the wig that she wore was fashioned after Jackie Onassis Kennedy. She had a name for that wig in the movie. It was called Peaches.
Well, that one's so stupid, it's obviously true.
Okay.
So C is obviously true.
That's what you think.
So now it's between...
The Olympics with equestrian. I got it. Equestrian, or the heart being twice the size of a normal horse's heart.
See, A sounds the most realistic to me, so I'm going to say A is incorrect.
You are wrong.
Oh.
There it
goes.
Yeah.
Dang you.
So actually, Diane Lane, I don't know where she grew up, somewhere in New York, and she was never part of the Olympic team or anything.
Okay.
But, yeah, so nice try, Tim. But
okay.
I just want to say I had to pull that heart one out of my other notes because you brought up the stuff about the secretary and secretariat, the naming of the...
I'm an ass. That's what we do. I probably gave away some of my answers, too, so let's just get ready here. Patrick McNee, who played the Doctor, he was no stranger to being a doctor. He also played the third Doctor in Doctor Who.
Okay.
B would be Eddie Quist, is played by Robert Picardo.
Yep.
Who has also played the robot Johnny Cab in the Schwarzenegger Total Access. Total Recall. Why? I must have been watching TV or something. Recall. And C is Dick Miller, has over 175 acting credits, including Gremlins and Terminator, but names The Howling as his favorite role.
Who did Dick Miller play as? Who was he?
He was the bookstore owner.
Okay. All right, so C is going to be correct. So it comes down to the other two. Now, what I remember from...
You think C is correct? that Howling is his favorite role out of 175 movies, and that I happened to say earlier in today's show that it was my favorite role of his. So you think we agree?
Here's how this goes. Okay, here's how this goes.
Right.
I'm going to talk it through myself. I did not give you my final answer yet.
Okay, I'm seeing that.
So B, Eddie Quist. Now, what I remember from Total Recall, what I remember, I think, is that when Arnold Schwarzenegger got into the cab, that was a robot, man. That was like an actual robot. It wasn't a person acting like a robot. It was a robot.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that might be false. And then the other one, Patrick McNee, played a doctor. He played the third Doctor in Doctor Who. You wouldn't pull something like he was actually the second Doctor in Doctor Who. You wouldn't do that to me.
No, that I wouldn't do.
No, and so
I wouldn't do.
But
I'll screw with you other ways.
It's really convenient for him to be a doctor and then a Doctor Who. That is a very clever question, because if it's correct, it's a clever way of putting it. I want to say that. Oh fucking! Oops. The Eddie Quist one really got me, because I can't.
Wow, I got him swearing. I'm going to consider that a win for me anyway.
Okay.
So I've already won.
I'm going to say no. B is the incorrect. It's the false one.
B is incorrect. And that's
what I think.
Robert Picardo did not play Johnny Cab.
Right.
Okay. I will now give you your score.
Oh! It's A.
It's A.
God!
It's A. That was played by Johnny Picardo. Now, I was debating having Patrick McNee having played James Bond on television in the Casino Royale, but I thought he might actually know that one. So yeah, I went with Doctor Who. The actual third Doctor was played by John Pertwee, which everybody knows.
Tim, that's brilliant. The Doctor and a Doctor. That was brilliant.
Yeah, but Robert Picardo did play Johnny. Hi, I'm Johnny Cab. And the reason I picked that particular, there's like 500 roles Robert Picardo has. I picked that one because it's like the absolute opposite of Eddie Quist, who is this horrible, monstrous character. And Johnny Cab is the nicest. So he voiced it 100%.
He voiced it? Wait a second.
Which is his credit. And the face was based on him and everything.
That's bunk. That's bunk. That's bunk.
So sad that you're upset about that.
Oh, so now we're going down to
That's his acting credit.
Wow. Okay.
Let's go to scores where I'm already killing you.
Wait, is Dick Miller one right?
Yeah. Dick Miller is absolutely true.
I knew it.
That is Howling is his favorite role.
Oh, man. Tim.
I am ahead right now.
Oh.
And let's fill in the trivia for everybody.
Oh, that sucks.
You really
that
don't
sucks
like
so bad, because
it's worth it.
A was put together so well, because I'm like,
it was.
Oh, that was good.
I'm so proud of myself.
The Eddie Quist kind of pissed me off, though. That's kind of.
Yeah, I'm trying to piss you off. How am I doing?
I'm fine.
All right.
I can't believe there's a chicken wing shortage, though. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tim.
I'll go ahead and
I'll give you my score. Should I give you my score?
Okay, go ahead.
5.
5?
Yep.
Freaking joke.
I'm not. That's how I felt about it. I would go back and watch it again.
Well, which one was Black Sheep? That was 5. So you think this is as good as Black Sheep? Wow.
You know what? I give it a 6 because I forgot that it was like Black Sheep. I'll give it a 6.
I was like, I like Black Sheep, but it's nowhere near as good as this movie. I'll give it a 6. All right, I'm gonna give Secretariat an 8 because I'm actually fair.
I'm fair. I didn't like.
It's okay. I'll let Jeff have his lead again because he gets very sad.
No,
I know that you're going to give Jaws a 10, so I have that to play with.
You don't know that.
It's going to be a 10. Otherwise, I'm going to kick you off the show.
Otherwise, the show is done.
The show will be over. So then it doesn't matter.
No, that's fine.
You damn right, it's fine.
So. Hey Peggy, why don't you email me? Put up the email again.
Oh, I'm supposed to find the email. Okay, let's go. Hold on, I'm almost there. I hit this one, and then I hit. Oh God, where is it? That one. There we go.
So Peggy, email me, and I will email me the size you need, and however I get this to you, and I'll get it to you.
For some merch!
Yeah, you'll get your very own. If it's sports, it's a home run. Woo. Tim says it better than I. I'm not going to even say it.
Yeah, don't, because I'm about, that comes at the end of the show.
Just email me, and we'll get it taken care of. Or we'll bring it to you at Horror Realm.
Are you aware we went way over time this week?
What, like
you
35 minutes?
We're like 10 minutes late.
Ooh.
But
sorry.
That happened because I think we had a lot to talk about.
We had a lot of fun today.
Yeah. But we got to tell you about what's coming up next time here on Dead on the Bases. It'll be season 2, inning 8, coming on May 27th, which many people say is the day after my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, Trogdorf.
Trogdorsk. Yeah. Anyway, I am giving the fabulous Night of the Living Dead, the original, to Jeff, who has not seen Night of the Living Dead. And
human flesh. Oh my God. It's of the Dead.
Yeah, all right, you'll love it.
All right, so and I'm giving you.
It's a family film.
I'm giving you the most American sports movie there is, Rocky IV.
Rocky IV.
Sylvester Stallone. I mean, Rocky defends America against the CCCP. America.
Keep them people.
I'm gonna have Tim drinking beer next week. America.
All right. Okay. Well, that would be worth the cost.
You know what? That's pretty close to Memorial Day, so it's kind of cool that we have that one for that. You know?
I don't think that was our plan, because remember, we got kind of thrown off with one of our bye week. No, you did not.
I had a lot of fun this week, people. Thanks for joining us.
I think it was a fantastic show, and I'm awful glad that everybody joined us for tonight's program. Let's throw the chat room up there while we close things out. No, Bruce Campbell is not in that one, but thank you, Mom.
Think Jeff will score the horror movie?
Yeah, okay. Calm down. That's us.
Oh, you wrote that?
Oh, you know what I really enjoy? When you look at the screen.
Oh, look, right there. He voiced the robot cabbie.
Yeah, Peggy knows stuff. Peggy's smart.
Is she still? Yeah.
She's smart. Okay. So I'm gonna thank everybody. It's time to close the crypt and call it a game. Thank you all for watching. Remember to share and subscribe our show and feed. You can find our show at otherworldlyculture.com and all the shows at Otherworldly Culture. You can follow us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and other fine places where you find
merch.
Podcast.
Oh, podcast.
But yes, we just, you know what? You're going to just be the merch button.
Merch.
Every time I do merch said, just point. All right. Fantastic. Thanks all for tuning in.
Thank you.
Be sure to wish my brother a happy birthday in the chat room. And if it's sports, it's a home run. But if it's horror, run home. We're Dead on the Bases, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Hey, you said it then.
I know.
That was a high-risk maneuver.
I know.
He came off the top turnbuckle with that one, fans.
The alcohol's kicked in.
See, I know stuff.
You do?
I know stuff. I know sports, buddy. I proved it this week.
Yeah,
I proved it. You know more about horsies now than you ever did before.
That was good, though. I mean, good way of going around it. Yeah.
Hey, we just got news that in our chat room, we have 7 people in the chat room.
Get out of here
right now.
How is that even possible?
I don't know. They're a pretty quiet bunch.
I know. Well, so they're just in there monitoring what's going on.
You know what it is? It's the merch madness. Oh no! What did I just start?
Merch madness.
You should have seen his face.
Oh my God!
Everybody. Oh my God!
That's it. That's the next step.
Oh,
that's the next
merch
tier.
Madness.
Merch madness.
Oh no! Why did I say that?
Merch madness is going to be a bunch of brackets.
Stop
a bunch of brackets with merch on it, and whatever merch wins the whole thing, it's going to be the winner of Merch Madness. Yes.
Oh, why did I do that?
Coasters, Yetis.
Oh, okay.
Bumper stickers. Do
Good
people
night,
use
everybody.
bumper stickers anymore? No.
Right, bumper stickers?
Yeah,
people use bumper
All right,
stickers.
I'm gonna make bumper stickers.
You know where they put them? On their bumpers. All right, bye, everybody.
We're at Merch Bras,
Good night.
Goodbye. Thanks.